All right, so in today's video, we're going to go through these five worksheets. We're going to learn how to do 5 different effects with your text so we can use them later on. So I'm going to go ahead and close some of this stuff out and hide it. So what I really want open today is my character panel and my layers, my type tool, my toolbar. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and zoom in, and you're going to follow the directions. So this one says clipping mask times 4, so I'm going to make 4 of these. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to type out a word, and then you're going to go find a picture to place inside that word. All right, so the first one, so type a word, place an image into it as a fill. Be sure to find a font that is bold to allow for more space to fill your image. Step 2 is go to Pexels or Pixabay and download some images that are high quality that you can include in your text after they are downloaded. Go to File, Place, resize your image to fit the size of your text. Place your text over the image. You may need to rearrange your text and put it in the front. Select both the image and the text, right click, make a clipping mask, and you're done. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is actually type out a word. Okay, so think of a word or a couple words. Okay, so you could use like car or motorcycle or house. Make them very simple words. I'm going to use sunny day, so you could use like beach or mountains or nature. Okay, so don't overcomplicate it. It needs to be school appropriate. Okay, I'm going to make sure to increase my size of my font so it's kind of bigger, and then I'm going to go and choose a nice thick font. So I'm going to go ahead and use this one, and then I'm going to go to Pexels. So I've already typed it in, Pexels, and I'm going to do a search. So when I get to Pexels, this is what the home page looks like. I'm going to type in sunny day and see what comes up. All right, so I'm not going to take too long to find my image. I'm just going to go with this first one. I'm going to click on it, hit free download, and it should download down here in your computer. I'm going to go back to Illustrator. I'm going to go to File, Place, and I'm going to look for my image. So it's going to be the first one that I downloaded. I'm going to double click, and I'm going to click one time, don't let go of the click, and drag out to fit across your word. Okay, so it's going to fit across your entire word. So I'm just going to move this down a little bit. All right, so because I wrote out my text first and then put my picture, my text is going to be underneath my photo. So I need to bring my text to the front. So I'm going to right click on my text, and I'm going to go Arrange, Bring to Front. This will allow me to put my text in front of my image, and I'm just going to kind of move it around a little bit. Looks good. Now I'm going to select both my image and my text. So I'm going to click over to the side and just drag across the word and the picture. I'm going to right click and hit Make Clipping Mask. All right, so that's it. So you're going to do this 4 times with 4 different words. So maybe pick a theme, like sunny day. I could use sunny day, rainy day, stormy day, cloudy day, and then go find pictures that are representative of that word. The next one, I'm going to learn how to warp my text. Okay, so you can use the same words again if you want to. So I'm going to type out sunny day. This says make sure your font is 75 points. Okay, so it is up here. If it was not, I would select it, and then I would increase or decrease the size. I can type in a number right here. You can change your font if you'd like. Doesn't matter for this one. And then it says select your text with the selection tool. Okay, so select my text. On the top menu bar, select the Make Envelope Warp tool next to the Paragraph tool. So once my text is selected, it's going to be located right here on the menu bar. If you don't have this open, remember you need to go to Window and Control, and then it will turn on your control bar or your menu bar. All right, so I'm going to click here and make sure it says Make with Warp. And I'm going to click inside the box, and then I'm going to get this dialog up. So I want you to experiment with these different options, see what happens when you click through each one. This is about experimenting with the tools and figuring out what everything does. Okay, adjust the sliders. If your preview button is not checked, make sure to check that so you can see what's going on when you are adjusting things in your settings. All right, so you're going to do this 4 times. So type out another word. So let's go cloudy day. You can change your text or your font as well, just to see what it looks like when you do different styles. So I'm going to repeat that. I'm going to go do a different one, okay, and see what happens. So that's my arc. I'm going to move it down so I can see it. All right, so you're going to repeat that 4 times. The next one is text effects. So what I'm going to do is actually just copy these and bring them over. So I'm going to click on this one, hold the Alt key and drag over, and that will make a copy. Okay, so this says, I need to fix this, but it says crop your text from the warp clipping mat, or copy your text from the previous one. Select your text with the selection tool. Okay, so go to my selection tool, click on the appearance icon on the right, or open it from your window tab. So go to Window, Appearance, and then click on Effects, which is right here, and go to Stylize and try different effects from the drop-down menu. Drop shadow, inner glow, etc. So go to Stylize, and I can go through all of these. So what happens if I hit drop shadow? I'm going to come in here and just make some adjustments, maybe change the color, have fun with this. It's all about experimenting at this point, seeing what these different tools do. Okay, so I'm going to do that again, make a copy of this one, and then go to Effects, go to Stylize, try round corners. What does that do? Some things you're going to notice a big difference, other things not so much. Okay, so it's all about experimenting, seeing what happens when you push the buttons. All right, so you're going to repeat that 4 times with the 4 different words. All right, typing on a path. This is the fun one, okay? This is how we learn how to create type in a circle, how we make it on a line. All right, so take the pen tool or the brush tool and draw out a line that curves or makes a shape. So you can do this with the line tool. You can do this with the shape tool. You can do it with the pen tool or the brush. Okay, so any type of line that you can think of, you can do this with. So let's try the circle. We'll do the ellipse first. So I'm going to draw out a circle. So I'm going to hold Alt and Shift and make a perfect circle. And then I'm going to type out the word sunny day. So to do it, I need to actually click on my type tool and go type on a path. Okay, so now I'm going to click on the line and I'm going to type out sunny day. You can repeat that word so you can kind of see the effect. All right, so I typed beyond my allowable space, so I'm just going to decrease the size of my text just a little bit so you can see what happens. So I want all of my text to be the same size, so I'm going to change this to 44 as well. Sunny, oops. So when you get down to the bottom and it starts to curve, it's going to get a little confusing. Okay, so I'm just going to stop right there. All right, so that is how you type on a circle. All right, so you got to do the type on a path. So you're going to go to type on a path tool. That's how you type on a circle. All right, so this is how you get like logos that are in the circle or around. Okay. This is a really cool effect to use. So next I'm going to just draw out a line. So let's use the pen tool. Remember actually let's do the brush tool because we haven't done that. So I'm just going to draw out a squiggly line and see what happens. Okay, so that gives me a line. It doesn't have to be perfect. Again, I want to make sure to type on a path, and I'm going to click on the line and I'm going to type out cloudy day. So it's just going to follow that path. Okay. All right, so let's say I want to change where my word is sitting on my line. What I can do is go to type and go to type on a path, and this gives you your type on a path options. You don't have to do this, but this is good to know, okay? So I'm going to click on preview, and then I can click on these things and see what happens when I click through each one. What do these things do? It's really important that you guys see these and you understand what these tools do and where they are located. All right, and this is going to help you understand center, baseline, all of those things. Okay, so again, it's not required, but just check it out. All right, and finally, we are going to fill a shape with text. All right, so again, take the pen tool, draw out a closed shape. It has to be a closed shape. I'm just going to use my pre-made shapes here. So I'm going to draw out a polygon. It does not matter what shape you use. What is going to matter is the size of your text, the type of font you use, and the words that you use. All right, so I'm actually just going to fill this in with the fake dummy text. So what I'm going to do is go back to my type tool after I've drawn out my shape, and I'm going to click Area Type Tool. Okay, and then I can click in here. Oops, just kidding. Click in here. Oh, you know what? I think I need to make it a compound. So if I go, after I draw out my shape, I'm going to right click and go make a compound path. Now I should be able to click in here. Just kidding. Let's try that again. All right, so we're going to try this one more time. So I drew out a different shape. Okay, so what I need to do is actually click on the line, and it's going to fill in my type. So I can come back in here and resize my type. Like I said, this is going to be dependent on a couple things: the size of your font and the type, the font that you use. Okay, it doesn't always work well. So you do have to be cautious when using this. And oops, I don't use this feature a whole lot. You may find that you use it more than I do, and that's okay. All right, so I'm just going to click on that type. I'm going to start over one more time. All right, so let's go to polygon. Okay, so let's actually draw out a circle so it's still there. So I'm going to delete this guy. All right, so I'm going to draw out a circle and try it. Okay, so holding Shift and Alt, drag out. All right, so I'm going to click on my area type tool. You have to click on the line. When you see the word path, then you should be able to click. All right, so there's some adjustments that you could make in here. If you go to paragraph up here, you can click on align center, and that will center justify your text. You can increase the size or decrease the size as needed. We're going to talk about the character panel tomorrow and how to adjust all of that. But for today, this is what you're going to do. So you're going to draw up 4 more shapes. So maybe the square, a rectangle, a star, maybe a polygon. All right, so the trick is that you go to the type tool, and then click area type, and remember you have to click on that line to where it says path, and then it'll fill it in. Okay, you don't have to type out a paragraph as long as I would start with a smaller text. That way it'll all fit into your shape. All right, so when you are done with this, you are going to save your Illustrator file. So go to File, Save As, go to your Student U drive, create, put this in your intro folder, please. So Intro to Illustrator or Intro to AI, whatever you named it. We're going to call it your first initial, last name, _ typography practice, and you're going to hit save. Then you're going to save it one more time. So you're saving it twice this time. You're not going to export it. You're going to go to Save As. It's being saved, so I need to wait. Save As. To turn it in, you're going to turn it in as a PDF. So go to File, Save As, Adobe PDF, and then you're going to hit Save, and you will turn in the PDF, and we're just going to leave everything defaulted.